All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to Unidos Unplugged, the podcast where community culture and wellness take the spotlight. I am your host, David Villarreal, outreach specialist for Unidos contra la Diabetes. I'm joined by my co-host, Moises Arjona, our director. Say hi, Moses.
Hello.
And we are joined with a very special guest today. We're joined with Waldo, creative director of Trilla Vision Media.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
Awesome, man. And on that note, we can just get right into it. If you want to tell us a little bit about yourself,
Yeah,
tell us what
sure.
you're about, and we'll get into the Trillavision.
Yeah, sure. Hey, I'm Waldo, creative director for Trilla Vision Media. We are a boutique creative agency. We specialize in video production. So that's just fancy way of saying we do commercials, corporate videos, podcasts, shows for YouTube, Hulu, stuff like that, and then
Awesome.
also other creative services like photography, graphic design, anything creative really. We can help you bring that to life.
So before we get into kind of our background and our history with or your history with UCD, just take us through everything on Trillavisions and like how you came about it, how it came to be, and kind of like the story of it.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, I kind of just I'm just lucky to have this job because at some point I didn't really know like this could be a job for me. I would just watch like music videos, in the morning when I was getting ready for school. They'd play music videos on MTV.
Okay,
Like, when
yeah.
they would still play music videos, um, and I'd just be so like interested in them. I'd be like, oh, how do they come up with that? How do they produce this stuff? Like, cause we didn't have that like around me anyways. Like, we didn't have any of that going on. So, um, you know,
It
and
sparked something.
yeah, for sure. And then I think what was it like? I think sophomore, junior year in high school, I had to take like an elective, and so I did art 1 and 2.
Okay.
And then my teacher was like, she saw that I was like super interested in the Photoshop, and so she kind of just let me practice Photoshop like the whole like art 1, art 2.
Okay.
Because the curriculum at the time was like, you got to try different things. It's like different mediums. But she just let me stay on that. So, like, I was, practicing on that. And then she said, hey, you could go to school to, study graphic design or media. And so I was like, okay. That was the first time I was like, okay, like, I guess this could be a job. And then, so I went to college to study that. It was digital media design, which was cool because it covered all of the creative avenues. So like video, photography, graphic design, even like audio engineering. Covered all that, the basics of that. And so from there, you know, I always noticed like, well, they're preparing me to be like, because they would always say, oh, you could work at a shop, you could work at, I'm like, okay, they're preparing me to be an employee, right? So what's the only difference, like, between, uh, working for yourself and working for somebody? You gotta put the investment in, right? So I, I just bought a camera, bought, little pieces of equipment. I just started asking people, like, hey, do you need a video? And, I'm just 8 years later, I'm still doing the same. So
Right. So it was like when you were barely starting out, when you were, I guess, you were being the one that was out looking for people.
yeah.
You were like, hey, do you need is promotional wise? Like that's kind of like the people you were looking out for.
Yeah, anyone that I could see maybe, could benefit from the services, like my first paid client was Frankie Faves in Harlingen. And so he was just opening up a restaurant. And so
Isn't he the his burgers or?
yeah, he's
Oh,
got all kinds of things.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So what were some of your like earliest memories of like first projects that you had?
just it was like little social media commercials, stuff like that,
Hmm.
just trying to promote different businesses. If I saw like somebody was opening a new business or they were having like a grand opening, I just try to reach out and see, hey, do you need help promoting that?
Right.
And we go from there. Um, Also like music videos too.
Yeah, for like
Yeah,
local
local
artists. Yeah, yeah.
artists. Yeah.
Awesome.
Not bad, not bad. So, where'd you go to school at? High school.
High school, I went to both in Harlingen, so north
Harlingen?
and south.
Okay, so you're from Harlingen.
Yeah.
And then college?
College down the street, TSTC.
TSCC?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it's not bad, not bad. It's always cool to find out where you went to school at and stuff and see where that motivation came to. Who was guiding you too, right? So it's one of those
Yeah.
things, right? So someone has to.
Right. And so Trillavision again. You said you're 8 years into it now.
Yeah,
And it's
about.
Army of One, or how many are we? How many are we?
I mean, it's mostly me. I run the operations and like the creative direction of it. You know, but I do have like a team of freelancers that I work with regularly. So it's I consider them part of the team. I feel like they consider themselves part of the team, and you know, I'm sure if you notice when we come out, it's usually the same people.
Right. And I'm assuming also like the editing and like the post production and all that. It's all you.
Not always.
Okay.
I mean, I try to be as hands-on as possible,
Right.
but I do have to manage multiple projects. So, sometimes it's other people working on it. I feel the benefit of it though is that I actually know how to do it, so I can
Yeah.
help direct the edit. And so, like I always say, like by the time the client sees it, I mean we've already seen it, multiple times, and your first version seeing it is, that could be our fifth, sixth, seventh version for us, but that's just our process. Just because, I have my own internal edits and we try to, work all that out before you see it. And so by the time you see it, it should be like minimal revisions, if any. So.
Right. Just like little things here and there, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm super interested if you can maybe walk us through what that. Let's say it's I mean, you've done work for us as well. Let's say it's a 2-3 minute video, whether we're promoting, say, a conference or anything like that. Like, can you take us through that whole process and time frame of what it takes to just produce those 3 minutes of content
Yeah, it's, I mean,
from beginning to end?
yeah, I mean, I always think
I'm just laughing because difficult clients like UCD are just.
nah, not even. Nah, I like working with y'all. I just always kind of laugh a little bit when someone's like, "Oh yeah, I just need a 2-minute video or something."
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what does that mean? Like, what do you want in the video? Like, do you just need a tripod shot, or like you want like all out, like,
Right.
But usually it's usually Mo calling me or emailing me, maybe a text, be like, hey, we need, some help on a project or something, and then we'll schedule a meeting, and then I'll like I'll get kind of the idea of the project, so I'll kind of have some questions ready when we come to meet, and then we'll brainstorm together. I like to be collaborative in that effect. And you've been in it too. Like we've had a meeting about it, and so we just kind of try to agree on the overall message and direction of it. What we're trying to say. And then I usually work with somebody on your team, maybe Susie or somebody else, and try to coordinate location, people, stuff like that. And then, on my end, I'm already like thinking of, which equipment I need to prepare, who I need to hire to help on the shoot. And then, my favorite day is shoot day, because that's when we get to bring out all the equipment out and everyone comes out, and it's a good time. I think everyone's in good spirits, and then after that it's less fun, but I mean it's still you got to bring all the equipment down, pack it up, and and then it's like
because all this was just leading up to shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's and depending on the shoot, it could be depending on the level of preparation, it could be months, it could be weeks, days, to prepare for a shoot, and just because we're just trying to be as prepared as possible when it's time to shoot. So to the same effect though, it's like you do that job, but it's like the job's not done yet. You know you still gotta like make sure you copy all the footage, and you know it helps to like have an organized system of where you put your files and all that. And then from there it's like the editing, and you know that could take a couple days. You know, depending on the project. You know, a day or two just sorting out interviews. You know, and then from there, you know, maybe another day like to put the story together,
Wow.
and then from there like sourcing all of your b-roll, or you know locating like certain clips of things or
Hmm.
pictures or resources, or having to go out and shoot, you know, like hey, we need a specific shot for something to cover this piece of the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean it could take, you know, depending on the video, you know, maybe a couple days, a week maybe to put something together, and then of course, you know, sending the client, and then, you know, seeing if there's any revisions, additions, or you know, to take things out.
Right.
Yeah, so
And this could all be for just the 3 minutes of content.
yeah, so
Yeah.
you know, it's you know, like people just view the finished product, but they don't see like all the work behind it, and or how long it took, and like for multiple people too, you know.
Right. And so I know you have I know you have some history with UCD. That's why we brought you on today. And do we maybe want to get into a little bit of that? Just
Yeah,
because that was even before my
that
time.
was
So
pre David. Yeah, that was pre David.
we want
The
to.
pre-David
Pre
era.
David era. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, I think I think Waldo was shooting for It's Time Texas, which is now Healthier Texas, and they were doing the kickoff for their annual
Challenge.
challenge. Yes, the challenge,
Yeah.
the challenge. It was over here in the city of Westaco, Lower Rogan Valley Development Council boardroom, and we again we I think UCD was again barely. I was barely with UCD again as the
Mhm.
director, and we were going to have another conference coming in, or we're doing something, and we needed someone to go ahead and build content for us. The first year we had USAID's husband, Jose Luis Garcia Jr. from Medina, to do that content. But again, he's that's not his full time job. And then when we saw Waldo, and I was like, hey, give me your contact information, and that's how we got involved with Waldo.
Gotcha.
Although Waldo, pobrecito, he didn't realize that it came with a lot of bullying.
What he got himself into?
He came with a lot of bullying. For those of you who are familiar with our culture, we bully people a lot, but it's something that we always talk about. But I think I only bully people when I like them. Right? So
Yeah, I mean it's okay. Bullying builds character, so
Tough
you
love.
know, yeah, for sure. You
yeah.
know,
It's a term of endearment, but again, you know, it's nowadays you can't. Again, I'm in my 50s, late 50s, mid 50s, and that stuff. So I grew up with that, you know. So
Mhm.
now it's not acceptable, right? But in our culture, I think is one of those things that we do it as a way of showing our term of endearment. It's just a term of endearment, and not that we're being actually mean. That's just who we are.
yeah. I mean, I grew up with that too. So I mean, it's like, you know, I feel right in. You know,
Yeah.
I like.
You rolled with the punches.
Yeah, you know, you have to. You know, you can't get all sensitive. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. A lot of people don't carry that sentiment anymore. But
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
guess it's good that
I
that
mean,
you
it's okay if they are sensitive.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Yeah.
We
not.
have to be self-aware of what is out there, right?
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
different people react
Yeah,
differently.
differently.
You know.
Right.
Yeah.
So then this was the partnership, or this whole
How many years has that
I
been?
was
It's literally gonna be
say.
3 years.
Okay.
We're going on
Years.
4 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And yeah, so we did our own conference, and then he started doing other stuff for us for exercise videos, the hydro, and a lot of it, I have to say, it's all your creative. It's your creative. We come in with what we want, and then you just put the storyboard together. So again, it's your creativity that makes us shine, and it's amazing. The work, the output is just amazing.
I appreciate the trust. You know, that's what I try to aim for. You know, you give me some ideas, and you know, it's my job to kind of figure out how to
I was
put that
since
together.
we're on that topic, I was gonna ask, do you have you are very creative. Do you have a certain would you say you have a certain um, style that you kind of lean towards, or that you like, that kind of maybe your signature, that kind of makes you stand out from other creators?
Um, I don't know. I really just try to. I do get inspiration on like the daily. I'm just scrolling through things, or maybe I see something while I'm driving around or something, or uh, I don't know if like I have a certain style. I know there's a way I like to do things. But I mean I've been told though, like from different people, like marketing people, that I have like a really clean style.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Whatever that means. Like
Well, I think it means you get the point across.
yeah.
There's not a lot of fluff into it, and I think that's what I like about our videos. When you do our stuff, it's you can, without not knowing what we're talking about, you get the idea just on watching the video.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean and also like I try to do it like as short as possible because you were saying like attention span and stuff like that. So it's like it's almost like that's a that's the challenge I look forward to. Is
Mm-hmm.
like how can I tell a story and like still keep people hooked.
Engaged. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
like because we've done recaps that are like
I have
under.
noticed that on your videos, I would say it's like cinematic, but to the point. Because you know
Yeah,
how there's a lot of cinematic shots, and again, I'm no expert in this, so if I say something wrong, you feel free to correct me. You know how there's some cinematic shots that it's just almost like a still, but it's
yeah,
so
it's just
long.
dragging.
You have that, but it's like boom, okay, boom, boom, and it kind of carries the story along I would say, in a faster pace.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I do appreciate the shot. I'm trying to make it look pretty, but at the same time, it's like, people trying to watch it and move on to the next one,
Yeah.
So as long as we can get them to like the end of the video, then we did
Hmm.
our job, And it's like part of just, you know, just creating awareness, brand recognition, stuff like that. So,
Now, seen, like, with like the emergence of TikTok and short form content nowadays? Would you say it like affects your work, or it just kind of inspires you? Because again, it's all very like quick, 30 seconds, 15
yeah.
seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that's a different style. And luckily, it hasn't like affected me. Um, I'm pretty lucky to still be able to kind of produce the same. I don't know if I'd call it long form, but just traditional video production.
Right.
Um, you know, cause like the TikTok stuff, you could do that with a phone. You could do that with anything. It's pretty like I don't know. I don't want to say it's low effort, but it's like easier
Yeah.
to
Of
do, I
course.
think, and we still get called to do kind of the more technical stuff, the more like drawn out process
Yeah.
kind of
More
thing.
production quality stuff.
Yeah, so that's what like interests me. I'm lucky to do that, and we can do TikTok. We can do that, like and then I try to do it in my style of like, okay, if we're gonna do a reel or we're gonna go vertical, like we're still bringing out all the equipment. We're gonna make this look nice. Just because the format changed doesn't mean the quality changes. So
Right.
um, but yeah, I mean it's just different flavors of the content you might want. Because at the same time, sometimes you do want it on a phone because it's more
True.
relatable.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, it's not high production. They're not trying to like sell me on something. Like it's more organic. But yeah, also at the same time, like with some of my clients, they understand that both are important. So I even share clients with other agencies. I mean, I'd rather not, but I have to, yeah, because we could do
Right.
it too. But I mean, I understand maybe that's more their realm. They're more up to date on trends or anything like that. But
Right.
yeah, sometimes I do share clients. So they'll have somebody doing their TikTok, social media stuff,
Okay.
and then they're more like, okay, we got to put this somewhere out like on TV or we got to send this to like get sponsorships. Like we need something more,
That's where you come in.
yeah, more professional. Like that's when we'll do that. So I'm just lucky to still be able to do what we do.
And on that topic as well, so Moses had mentioned that he heard of you because you were doing a project with one of our previous what would they be, employer, sponsor, one of our previous
Partner.
sponsors.
It's actually a partner.
That was more like our partner, yeah. So that's kind of like maybe I would categorize it as word of mouth. what goes into like your? Do you do even promoting, or you're just that big now where it's
I
like word of
I
mouth?
mean, I wouldn't say I'm that big, but I'm just like, I'm just blessed, man. I haven't had to market.
I was gonna say not because I don't. I hear about you a lot, but like I don't see you blasting like stuff.
Ads.
Yeah, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I just told myself like I never want to be that guy that's like you like you're scrolling and then you see me like just looking right at you like you need video marketing
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
drive sales to whatever. Like I can't do that, man. I eventually want to do like some marketing,
Hmm.
but I mean my I need to like put time aside to
Aside to
actually
do that.
do it, like plan it, schedule it, and like actually do it, But we stay busy with production a lot, so
And would you say it has been more word of mouth? You would say
yeah, I would say yeah,
that's crazy.
or word of mouth. That's probably like our biggest one, or like just repeat clients. It's what's it? I'm a butcher the same, but it's like it's easier to like keep a client than like find a new one or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So and then yeah, I mean, I have a couple clients that I know like we just built that relationship, and I know that like we might not work every week, every month, but like I know that you know we're gonna work together on something 3 4 times a year,
Hmm.
and I can kind of like count on that we're gonna work together.
Right,
You
right.
know.
Awesome. So we do know as well that uh, you kind of went on your own health journey. Um, you know, you,
Yeah, I'll take credit for the health journey.
so we want to
Yeah.
maybe
Shout out,
jump in. I know
shout out UCD.
I know a little bit about that story, but we can get right into that and just kind of share, I guess, your health journey here for everyone to hear.
Yeah, sure. I mean, definitely working with y'all like that made me more aware, which I think that's the mission that y'all trying to, achieve. It's like awareness, right? Even like prevention, like that's like the real goal. Like if they
Exactly.
know about it, maybe they can, make some changes before it gets bad. Um, but yeah, I mean, me like I'm not really I mean, I like to say like I'm an artist, so I'm more like about like the vibe and feelings and stuff like that. So it's like um, you could read me a medical chart or whatever. Like I don't care. Like if I was just like I wasn't feeling my greatest, right? So I was like, okay, cool. Well, like let me assess some things. All right, I have a busy schedule, so it's like it's real easy to like oh, let me just stop, get some fast food. Like, it's cheap, it's fast, but it's like, it's not healthy, right? So there's weight gain and I was like, and then it's like, every time you order something, it's like, oh, what drink do you want? Coke, Sprite, like,
Hmm.
whatever. And then it's like, even now, like, they'll have me like a water cup or something, and it's like I'm like they hand me this big old cup. I'm like, oh, like I just needed a small. Like, oh, that is a small. I'm like, what? Like this is what they put soda in? Like,
It's Texas
I,
sized
I was
small.
drinking this much soda. Like that's crazy. Like, but yeah, I mean,
So walk us through a little bit. Walk us through how you felt. What led you to eventually being like, you know what, I need to make a change, and what changes those were.
yeah, I mean, a lot of it was. I ain't gonna lie. It was like a lot of it's physical. I just looked a little more chubby than I wanted to, and so I was like, I need to get in the gym, look better, feel better, do
And you
better.
and you were going to the gym with one of our partners as well, weren't you?
Yeah, yeah, so it's like it's very cross branding, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like it's really cool how that worked out.
yeah.
Um and then to Rise Above in
Right above,
McAllen,
yeah,
yeah,
McAllen,
Awesome.
one of
great
our
gym.
partners, yeah.
Yeah, go check them out. And yeah, I mean, also, I mean, cause I went to the doctor too, and they told me like I was pretty much healthy. I just need to lose some weight, but like the one thing was like I was pre-diabetic, right? So I was like, what? Like, how? I don't even think I'm that bad, right?
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, it was just the soda, really. I cut that out. If I do get like a beverage, I try to go sugar free. Just also, I mean, just keeping hydrated. Drinking a lot of water, eating healthier, And from there, yeah, I definitely lost a little bit of weight, and I'm no longer like pre-diabetic, and also, yeah, I just feel better overall, a little lighter, I think a little clearer,
And just for the record, you didn't look bad when before.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna
know,
say,
you
man,
didn't look. You don't look bad before. It's just one of those things where we pick on people.
I
I
was
pick
gonna
on people.
say, man, because he was telling people at that time. He was telling people, "Oh no, he's had like a big transformation." I'm like, "Hey, man, like I don't think I was that bad."
Yeah.
Like,
No, but I think just overall, like it's not so much like your whatever 300 pounds, but like your physical features do change a lot.
It did
You know?
change. That's what
Yeah.
that was what like I hadn't seen you in several months because
Yeah.
we were working on another project. And like you came in, I'm like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Totally
Yeah.
different. Totally different.
So for your dietary changes, I mean, can you maybe be a little bit more specific, or it was just as simple as cutting out the sugar?
Yeah, I
In your
mean,
case,
yeah, it was really, just less fast food and just cut out the sugary beverages. That's pretty much it for me. Like, I was I noticed it and I caught it early enough
right?
to where it was like, oh, you just need to make some minimal changes and
Mhm.
you'll be good, And so yeah, I was lucky on that part. Yeah.
And I ask that because we tell people sometimes, or a lot of the times we tell people like small changes will eventually, accumulate to small changes will accumulate to like a bigger result,
Yeah.
right? And a lot of people, what they tend to do is they tend to go all in. They tend to
Oh
go on these
yeah.
extreme diets or these um, crazy workout routines, and they do it maybe for like a week, and then they're like, "No, I'm good. This is too
Yeah,
much."
I'm very much like that. It's like I gotta like ease in it everything really. Like
Right.
that's the only way to stay consistent with it, I think.
Yeah, and that's what we tell people. Don't if you're gonna go work out, don't go and do 2 hours of working out because tomorrow you're gonna be super sore. You're not gonna go want to do anything, and then you're gonna be like, well, yeah, why exercise? I didn't see the result. Well, of course,
Yeah,
you're not gonna see a result in one day. Take it easy. Ease into it. Ease into
for
it
sure.
slowly. Food and exercise. But because your work is, I know that for us as well. You've been recording with us during lunch hours and stuff. So, are you meal prepping, or are you just making? You're still because I don't want to knock fast food all the time because I'm guilty of going to fast food too. Sometimes I
Yeah.
just need to get
Sometimes
something.
we have to. Sometimes
Right.
like we
Sometimes you have
just
to.
we in the middle. I know you're busy too. It's like we have meetings in the like middle of nowhere, or like just or sometimes it's like, hey, I've been going. Like I need to
Yeah.
eat something.
Yeah. So do you meal prep? Are you meal prepping? Or are you just making? You still continue with the fast food, but just making those wiser choices.
I think it's a variety of a little bit of everything. If my schedule is like more open, I'll try to cook and like meal prep at home.
Mhm.
Um, Lately I've just been like really busy, so but I still want to eat clean ish. So I'll get like meal preps from like Fork to Fit or like Fit Grill. And they're like somewhat healthy.
Yeah, well, healthier than what you're getting probably at the
Yeah.
fast food places.
Yeah, and then even then, if I am like on the road or something, just try to find a spot that has like a healthier option.
I mean, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. With cooking at home, and I do my meal preps. Is I have control of what I put into my
Yeah.
meal prep, right? But there are times where, the other day we came back from Phoenix, and it was by the time after we get your luggage and stuff, you get in your car, it's already 11 o'clock, and I'm hungry, I haven't eaten. I was like, I just got a Whataburger, and then I get home and I eat the Whataburger without the bun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have to make that choice. I didn't have the fries. My dogs had the fries. Yeah, but you know what I mean? So you get the whole deal, but you have to make those conscious choices. And I know it's hard because, well, I mean, you have everything there. Like, oh my God, the fries are here.
Yeah,
And it's like,
yeah.
no. Go ahead and no judgment zone. You're at home. Just eat what you need to survive, and you feel
Yeah,
full.
yeah, for sure. I mean, that takes discipline though, That's like it's a mental state,
Yeah, it
for
is.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like that'll come with time, right? That'll come with time. So that was more on the your dietary changes. What about you said you were hitting the gym.
Yeah.
Walk us through a little bit of that. Maybe was it more strength training? Was it like walking, running?
A little bit of both, strength training, just trying to keep up with my body and the job, cause I'm still hands on with it too, you know. So even though I do hire help to like, you know, help set up equipment and stuff, you know, I'm still helping them too, you know. And so some of the stuff gets heavy and or you know, we're on our feet, you know, 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours a day sometimes. You know, so just yeah, a little bit of strength training and you know cardio, you know, nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just to stay toned, right? I mean, like, so, you know, I go to the gym at 5 in the morning when I do go, but I try to be consistent. But sometimes you get out of the pattern, right? Something happens, you're out of the
Yeah.
pattern, it throws you out, and you have to go back into it. We were in Arizona, I didn't go out the whole week because, and then I came back and it was like a different time zone, readjusting
Yeah.
and stuff. So, but yeah, you go and you make a habit of it, and the whole goal is I mean, again, my goal is not to make muscle, right? Be a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do any of that. It's just stay healthy and continue my trend, right? So
Yeah, same. You know, I'm just trying to, you know, I just try to keep it with the maintenance on the body, you know.
Right.
That's about it.
Right.
You know. I do need to get back in there though. Sometimes my schedules are just like I'm just drained, man. Like it's like mental and physical too. You know,
Right.
if I'm like working cameras outside or something running around.
Yeah, but I like that we're touching on this because it kind of will, the people that are listening, it'll give them insight to be like, you know what, I don't have to go all out. Like
Yeah.
I can start with small, incremental changes over
Yeah.
time, and even on both ends, dietary
Yeah.
and on the exercise.
I mean, honestly, even if like I do like, cause it's a thing for me. Like, even if I do want to go all out, like I can't really be sore like the next day or whatever.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
as I'm working cameras, like I gotta be nimble. Like I gotta
Right.
be able to like run around, operate, like, you know, fit in a corner, get low, like get high, like you know, move around. You know, I can't really be sore. You know,
Yeah.
but you know, if I don't have like a shoot lined up. You know, it's just like editing or like office work. You know, I'll push it a little harder though. But yeah, I
Right.
just gotta be like conscious of that too. But
Right.
I mean, yeah, you know, it's like my trainer would tell me like, it's just life, you know, life happens, it's okay, you know, it's just trying to stay consistent.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we tell everyone too. You know, you didn't gain weight overnight. It was a process, and you're not gonna lose weight the first time you go to the gym, the first week. And I think we get locked in our minds. We get on the scale, and it still says 200. But I've been going to the gym for 2 weeks already. Well, it's still gonna say, but you lost maybe inches. Your
Yeah.
clothes fits looser and stuff. But somewhere in our mind, we want to see that number go down, and
Yeah.
the number might necessarily never go down, but you've improved in something
Mhm.
else, right?
Yeah, I mean, my approach is like, I don't even look at the scale.
See,
Like, I don't know if it's just me, like, I'm like, I don't know, I don't care what the number says, like, if I see myself in the mirror, or I
Right.
feel good, that's good enough
that's
for
good
me.
enough for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for some of us, again, I'm a lot older than both of you, so we grew up in a time where the scale was something important, right? Like there's a scale in my restroom. There used to be a scale in my office. We don't. I mean, we have scales here, but we don't
Right.
have an active. But wherever we would go, we're all super self-conscious, so we were always weighing ourselves. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We put ourselves into those mental blocks.
Yeah.
And if you see it rise or increase by a pound, yeah, that's depressed for the whole rest of the day,
Yeah.
man. I'm
I,
traumatized.
not that I still saw it. Maybe I wasn't like that, but I still saw it just with outings with family and whatnot. We'd get home, y ahí estaban pesándose todos. And it was like, we just
Oh,
had
really?
Yes.
Dude,
I was like,
yeah.
we just had a huge dinner. Like, what do you think
Oh,
is
we
going to
ain't-
happen? Of course, the number's going to be higher.
Man, we ain't have no scale at home.
That's probably a good thing because then you didn't get
Well,
wrapped
yeah,
up
you
in
didn't
it.
get wrapped into the whole facade of it, right? You didn't get tapped into that psyche of it. But you'd be surprised how people do that. They have to weigh them. Even at the gym, when I go to the gym and I go to the restroom, the guys are there weighing themselves all the time, and I'm like, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I mean, even when like I'll do an in body, you know, it's mostly like it's more of like my trainer telling me like, hey, you know, we gotta do him. I'm like, and then he'll read me the thing. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Like, I don't know what.
Well, the thing is, too,
I don't know
a lot of people won't realize that muscle weighs more than fat.
Oh yeah, that's
So a lot of the times you are going to the gym and you're being consistent and you're not seeing that number on the scale drop, but that's what's happening because you feel better, you look better, maybe you're increasing your muscle mass a little bit, and it's it's making that difference, why get wrapped up in?
That's the only number that matters.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Nah, I mean, but shit, I mean, oh, my bad.
It's all good, it's
I
all
mean,
good, it's all
anybody
good.
listening, you know, it's like, you know, you're not that number on the scale.
Right.
You know, that's like.
But that's how that you know that you just mentioned that, you know, we have a therapy session now. But you know, a lot of people think that number is everything. They
Yeah.
they think of it. You know what I mean? You have to look at their self-esteem and
Yeah.
what they were like. Were they bullied all their life? Were they
Yeah.
so super self-conscious? You know, I you know, it's just amazing the way people process different things.
Yeah, that's true.
This is where we have to kind of be more self-aware of other people's feelings and stuff about it. Because I mean, and again, and I'm just saying that because I'm not necessarily always self-aware of other people's feelings. I'm just about my feelings and how I want to say it. I live in the moment, right? But a lot of people, it's that number, bro. It's that number. I know it's for me. I want to be at 205. I can't. I'm at 207. Can't get to 2. Every morning.
Well, I think because even you've said it before, you're the one that I got this from, where you can see someone that's conventionally thin or you know, at a healthy weight, they might not necessarily be healthy versus somebody that's maybe heavier set.
Right.
They can be completely healthy,
Yeah.
you know, and that's just taken into consideration.
Yeah. I mean, I only hire big guys.
Yeah. Well, Abe's pretty big,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but he's a boxer too, right?
He running too.
He's running
He
too?
runs every day.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that when he helped us out at the park event
Yeah.
with Driscoll. Yeah, he told me he's very committed to that now.
No, he is. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's every day, like, anywhere.
Really?
At night, in the morning, early.
We might need to bring him on as well
weekends.
yeah,
like,
because he had a crazy transformation.
yeah.
He really did. So
Yeah.
good for him. Good
Cool,
for him.
man.
Shout
Cool.
out to
That's
Abe.
great. That's great.
Anyways, maybe we're getting closer to wrapping up. I did want to ask you maybe a couple more questions before we close out. One of those questions being is, besides UCD, of course, what's been like one of your favorite projects that you've worked on? You know, just in general. I asked that too because I had seen you in. You do work for like Arnie Tex.
Oh, yeah.
I was watching. So for whoever doesn't know, Arnie Tex is a YouTuber, and he has his own. He's awesome. He's like a pitmaster kind of guy.
Yeah, he's a pitmaster.
Yeah. And he has his own seasonings, recipes, and he was doing a really good like taco recipe. And I see Waldo come out in the video, and I was like,
yeah.
I was like, well, he's probably the one doing the videos. And I was like, not because it looks fairly healthy, and most of his seasonings are fairly clean. So, but yeah, just you know, who's one of your favorite projects?
Name drop.
Yeah, that was a cool project. We stepped in to handle production for a while.
Yeah, he's big.
Yeah, we stepped in for like a year or so, and then he just dropped a book too, a cooking book.
Yeah.
If you want to check that out, he's got a lot of recipes in there. Other than that, I worked on a movie recently, a couple months ago.
Really?
Yeah, it was kind of like production company was from like San Francisco, but we were shooting it down here, and so you know I got to work with like a lot of my colleagues. So it's just like you know.
Well, how'd that come about?
Producer, my friend Manny, he had been in talks with it for like about a year, I believe so, and so you know finally got it down here, and it was one of those vertical movies though. I don't know if you've seen those. It's like the actual like production company like hiring for it was Real Short. So it's like they do vertical movies. If you ever been like on Facebook, you'll scroll and you'll catch like a piece of a movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So like that's
Okay.
like that's a whole like that's like a new like format.
But you filmed for it.
I filmed pieces of it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like it wasn't like the biggest or hugest production, but it was on a little bit bigger scale. So you know, it's like you have multiple camera ops, and there's like positions. There's camera 1, 2, 3, you know, stuff like that.
Do you think that'll be bigger, like in the future, the vertical form?
I mean, yeah, I think so. Cause I mean, from what I heard, they did like 350 of them last year, and they're trying to do 450 this year. So you know, there must be a demand for it. And then, you know, we can go down the rabbit hole, too. And, you know, there's like a whole, you know.
There's like a specific, would you say there's like a specific niche of people that are like.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the vertical content, you know.
Yeah, because I saw, what movie was it that I saw, and then I realized it was all shot on an iPhone. Um, the one about the zombies.
They be misleading though, cause like
28 years later. That's the one. But it's like the iPhone, but a whole rig, like a whole rig
it's
surrounding
it's
it.
like misleading, cause it's
yeah.
like we shot it on an iPhone, like you can shoot it
still
on
had
an
a whole
iPhone, you have it in
production.
your pocket.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
but it's like well they shot on iPhone, but they rigged it all out and they had like lighting and sound and like
Right. Yeah.
all the other supporting,
Yeah.
regular supporting production roles, like But yeah, let's see what.
And so
else?
what was the like, what's the movie, like, is it like a horror thriller?
I don't know if I can say it.
Oh, okay, you're not
Yeah,
liberty to
I
discuss.
yeah.
guess.
He was being really
Vague
about it. So I was like,
Yeah.
he's not at liberty to say it.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well,
No worries.
once
Not
it
good,
comes
man.
out, we'll.
Yeah, I'll show y'all the links. Send y'all the links.
Awesome.
Check it out. Other than that, let's see. I helped with the TIFT fishing tournament recently. That was cool too.
The which one?
TIFT.
Tift. Okay.
It's a pretty big fishing tournament. They do it there in South Padre.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. I like filming the fishing tournament. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good time. Everyone's having a good time.
Yeah, I like the ones, especially when I get to go out on the boats and like,
Okay.
yeah, we're just like riding around and catching the other boats filming.
And you go like to like open, just out open water.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Or bay? Is it more like bay fishing?
No, it's open sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah, but I mean the thing is like having a good like captain fishing guide.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean I already know one that I use. Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. What else? I mean really just it's all fun to me, man. Like it's like every time a new project comes up, I'm like, okay, cool. Like, how can we make this different? How can we
Right.
put our best foot forward?
Well, that's good, man. I think just having that excitement shows that you're really, your heart's really into this. So that's good. Do you have any other questions, Moses, besides or before I get maybe into closing?
No, I think we're good. I think Wallace covered a little bit about his health journey, which is something that we always want to cover. It's not just about prevention and awareness, but making that change once you're aware, and just staying healthy and just keeping that positive outlook.
Awesome. Maybe one more question before I close out here. What would you say in your career path is maybe like a big misconception that people have about, your, I guess, your career?
I don't know.
Just the line,
filthy rich.
the line of work you're in.
No.
Let's say, let's use that. That sounds better.
My line of work.
Misconception, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it probably just looks more fun than it is, 'cause like I mean, I post the cool pictures of like me with the big old camera, like in the, like somewhere cool or like all this gear or like, oh, you're shooting that looks cool, but it's like, yeah, but I mean, I haven't slept well in like a week or so, or probably like weeks, months,
Right.
and like, even though I'm working on this project, I'm thinking about other projects that's on my mind, and so I gotta balance that out,
Yeah.
And then just even like the physical part of it too, it's like you see one picture, but it's like we've been going like 8 hours, so it's it's a lot of work, It is fun. You get to go a lot of places. You get to meet a lot of people, but it's a lot of work,
So maybe people like just downplay how much work it really is.
Yeah, maybe, or they just don't know,
Yeah,
like
true.
it's like I'll say like, yeah, it's maybe like a little more fun than your job, but it's still a job though. It's still a job. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still just because they hear it's like, oh, creative work, like, oh, that's like, no, it's like
hard work.
Yeah,
we're not creative.
Yeah, especially like with like, I mean, you can be creative all you want, but if you don't know how to execute or like you don't,
True.
you gotta. There's some discipline involved.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, I mean,
Awesome.
I love it.
Good. So before we close out here, I always like to end on this on one question that we ask all our guests that come onto the podcast. That question being is, what does success look like to you, just in general?
Big bags of money.
Financial security.
In the bank account.
There you go. Build those stacks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also that too, man. It's like, man, it's so expensive. Like all this gear, equipment, and stuff. It's like that's where the money's at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I mean, Just health and wealth. You know, mental peace.
That's great.
Awesome, awesome. Well, on that note, well, I was gonna also ask, do you have anything to maybe share or plug before we close it out?
Not really.
Any big projects coming up that you want to shout out or anything like that?
I can't say. They made me sign
Yeah.
NDA.
NDAs. Yeah.
You already know.
And I know you don't do much promotion, but if you want to, maybe somewhere where people can reach you or look for you.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would say, like, check out the Instagram. It's just Instagram/Trillavision. You can check us out. I'm pretty good at responding.
Okay.
And yeah, you know, if you want to come shop around, you know, look around, see if you like something, reach out.
Awesome.
Cool.
Well, on that note, thank you so much for joining us, everyone. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Unidos Unplugged, and we hope to see you in the next one. Thank you.
Drink more water.
Drink more water.